Live from the Summit in Houston, Texas, the Houston Rockets are about to play the biggest game in this city's history.
When I first took over this job, you walk around the city and you watch the kids, and they're wearing Chicago Bulls, all these other jerseys.
Game 7 for the NBA championship. Winner takes all.
The kids in Houston should love the Houston Rockets. And if I can make this city proud of this basketball team and then go out and win a championship, it'd be a heck of an accomplishment.
1, 2, 3, Rockets, go!
For the city of Houston, they're starving for a championship. So it's going to be the most incredible, it's almost going to be overwhelming that you accomplish something that no other team in that city has ever accomplished.
It all ends tonight, one way or the other here in Houston.
I want to be part of the team that bring the first championship to Houston.
And now, introducing your Western Conference champions, your Houston Rockets.
I've been here for 13 years now. I've played all my career here. I just want to be part of it.
As the Rockets entered the 1993-94 season, they were more focused than ever on their goal of bringing a title to Houston. A season ago, under new coach Rudy Tomjanovich, they had tasted playoff success for the first time since 1987.
The Houston Rockets beat the Los Angeles Clippers.
And though they would lose to Seattle in a tough 7-game series in the conference semifinals, it would prove to be a vital step in their evolution.
The Rockets always been labeled as a team that they have a lot of talent, but did not play hard every night. But I think the Seattle series was probably the turning point.
Houston with a chance to tie or win it. Maxwell to Smith. Overtime. Off the rim. At the buzzer.
A few bounce balls. If we win that series and we go on to play Phoenix and have a chance to win it all. So that really changed our thinking. We thought of ourselves as winners.
Rudy Tomjanovich, what an agonizing time. Your team playing remarkably well, rallying from last place a year ago to win the Midwest title in overtime, down to the final.
As they assembled for training camp, their resolve was clear.
We went down to Galveston. We wound up in an old high school gym, but the atmosphere was work ethic. Here we are in this little high school gym, and we're going to go to work. And right from the beginning, everybody is on the same page, and that's where we started. And that was the key, I think, to the success of this team.
From the season's opening game, the Rockets played with fierce intensity, led as always by Hakeem Olajuwon.
He is smooth, he is quick, he is agile.
Olajuwon wheeling and dealing.
What a spin move!
He's doing it all.
But now Hakeem not only spearheaded the Rockets' offense, he would also ensure that it would be more than a one-man attack.
Great balance with everybody involved.
Instead of competing with one another, now we're complementing one another. So we're playing together as a team.
And as Olajuwon distributed the ball, the Rockets unveiled one of the league's deadliest long-range attacks.
Three-pointer for Mario Ellie.
Rudy was saying in the beginning of the season was going to be our biggest weapon because we have really good three-point shooters, and once we're knocking down the three and get our outside game going, we're hard to beat.
Rockets are in tune with each other.
Maxwell set for another three. Maxwell.
They are on fire.
Kenny Smith sets for the three. Get in there. Yes.
Now if the right one don't get you, the left one will.
When we're hitting our shots, when we're hitting our threes, and we're just, we're on a roll. You just can't stop us.
And early on, the Rockets were unstoppable as they began the season with the league's longest winning streak.
They have been unbeatable this year.
Smith for three. 14 in a row. How sweet it is.
And as they headed to New York to face the Knicks, they looked to tie an NBA record by winning a 15th consecutive game.
It's electric here in the Garden. The Houston Rockets at 14-0. The Rockets trying to make some NBA history tonight in the Big Apple.
They say in New York it was in the papers, not in our house.
The Rockets had been pointing towards this night all season as their first big test. But while the Knicks made brash statements to the media, the Rockets were quietly confident.
The media hyped it up and saying the Knicks was going to stop our streak, but I can see it in the guys' eyes that we wasn't going to lose. And we knew at that time that the Knicks didn't have a chance.
The game was never a contest. The Rockets would not only tie the record, but also send notice to the rest of the league that they were legitimate contenders.
The Houston Rockets going to a record of 15-0, and they do it in impressive fashion.
It's one of the great wins in Houston Rocket history.
Houston would go on to win 22 of their first 23 games, the second best mark in NBA history, and they would never lose that momentum. Even during stretches when their high-powered offense seemed to cool, they found other ways to win.
Robert Horry blocks the shot. Blocks it again. Oh, boy, what hustle by Houston.
We play hard defense, get on people's face, and we play against any other team, and we shut them down.
Oakley goes to KJ, and
Hakeem would go on to be named Defensive Player of the Year, and Houston would be recognized as possessing one of the league's toughest defenses.
We were going out, holding people under 100 points, keeping people down, and that was the key, the defense. But then we had different guys stepping up at different times.
Throughout the season, it seemed that whenever the Rockets needed a big play, they always found a way to get it.
Oh my goodness! An impossible, implausible, incredible three-point play by Vernon Maxwell.
If the game's close, we'll just grit our teeth and go out and do whatever it takes to get the win. And you could just see it in us. You know, when we walk on the floor late in the ball game, we're just so confident that we're going to win the game.
Maxwell, 1 second. Did he get it in time? Yes!
Houston compiled the second-best record in the NBA and the best in franchise history. And heading into the playoffs, they were fully ready for the challenge ahead of them.
I think just going through this year has built our character and confidence because we have a team that really believes in one another.
Houston's first-place division finish earned them a matchup with a struggling Portland Trailblazer team. But the Rockets were taking nothing for granted.
Coming into the Portland series is kind of scary because you're playing against a team, a veteran team, that's been to the finals a couple years in a row, and you know, heart-wise and talent-wise, that you're going to be faced with, you know, a real good team.
If the once powerful Blazers had dreams of recapturing past playoff glory, Hakeem put them quickly to rest as he scored at will against an overmatched Portland front line.
You know, they had Chris Dudley guarding him, and you know, Chris is supposed to be a good post defender.
You can't stop him.
And he just couldn't do anything with him. And there were times when the bench was going crazy, and Chris would look over at us with frustration on his face, you know, and we would tell him, don't worry about it, Chris. You know, it's not your fault.
Taking over at both ends of the floor, Hakeem dominated the first two games. And as the series shifted to Portland, with the Rockets leading 2-0, the Blazers desperately looked for inspiration.
It's not going to be the guy who scores the most points going to win this series. It's the team that's going to win the series. The best team is going to win the series. The best team is us.
Portland's plan was simple. Swarm Hakeem on every play.
They're going to try to wear him down. They're going to beat on him.
And their strategy seemed to work as they managed to stave off elimination in Game 3. But Houston knew what had to be done.
We saw that different periods of the game he was real tired. And, you know what I mean, we had to give him a little bit more help stepping up on offense also because it was pounding him so much that somebody else had to step up the offensive game.
Banding together, the Rockets would now finish what Hakeem had begun.
Kenny Smith, yes!
We're thinking, let's not cheat ourselves. Because this team has taken the team concept to another level. We wanted to get past the Portland as a team.
With all the Rockets contributing in Game 4, Houston easily left the Trailblazers in their dust. But as they looked ahead to the next round, they knew that the Phoenix Suns would pose a far greater challenge.
Well, we put a lot of pressure on ourselves when that series rolled around because Seattle was out of it by then. We feel like we had the home court throughout the playoffs, and we feel like we win all our home games from here on out, we win it.
As Game 1 began in Houston, the Rockets hoped that home court advantage would give them the edge against the defending Western Conference champion Suns. And at first it did, as they jumped out to a commanding lead.
How do you stop it? You just can't stop it. Maxwell in the open court. 3-on-1 fast break. Here's Ori. A wild crowd at the Summit cheering on an 18-point Houston Rocket lead.
But as the game wore on, Houston would suddenly falter.
And Smith lost it, but he lost the dribble. And a steal by Marley. He'll step back behind the three-point line, and all of that hard work to go right down the drain. Marley short on the three, and it comes right back to him. Bingo! The long rebound has really hurt Houston. Oh! Olajuwon was wide open, and Maxwell missed him by 40 feet. The Phoenix Suns, they upset the Rockets at home in Game 1. Phoenix now has the home court advantage.
Having squandered their cherished home court advantage, Houston was left searching for answers.
We played good enough to win. We had the lead. But going back to the locker room, still cannot understand or explain or justify how we lost that game. We know we were supposed to win.
In the second game, the Rockets again built a seemingly insurmountable lead.
Shot, that's his third of the game. Kenny Smith takes it inside, back to Robert. The Rockets are just stampeding the Phoenix Suns. Here we go to the final 12 minutes. The Rockets leading at 100-82.
But again, the fourth quarter would see Houston mysteriously unravel.
Klein with the rejection. Klein stopped Ori. Ainge on a pull-up. Yes!
Vernon has KJ to work on. Takes it to the middle, has it blocked. Otis Thorpe picks it up. Goes inside, has it blocked by Barkley. If somebody doesn't step up and make a basket here pretty soon, kind of like a plague, you know, it just starts to take over the entire team.
Who's going to take the shot for the Rockets beside Olajuwon? They're going to double and triple team him. They're not going to give him the shot.
Rockets haven't scored in a week.
Rockets need a stop, 38 seconds left.
TJ, 2-3.
It's tied at 108. The Phoenix Suns have come from 20 points down to tie the game.
Houston must feel like the roof is coming in.
Unbelievable collapse here by Houston.
The most embarrassing thing was to lose that big lead that we had there in the fourth period. Just the way we came out, the way we shot the ball, the way we executed, the way we played defense. I thought it was very pitiful at that time.
The Phoenix Suns in a remarkable come-from-behind victory.
There isn't anybody over there who wants to shoot. So when Akeem got it, we were all over him like that cheap suit you got.
Very tough defeat to take. Had control of the game for most of it, and it hurts.
The Rockets with backs to the wall, that is an understatement, going into that America West Arena in Phoenix down 0-2.
We're stunned. Nobody couldn't believe it, you know. I thought it was over with.
We heard all the negatives, choke city, no way they're coming back. Charles Barkley said they may sweep.
You can feel the anger inside. You can feel everything inside that everybody wanted to come out and just give their all because no way we was going to go out without a fight.
Houston was in desperate need of a spark, and in Game 3, that's exactly what they'd get.
Olajuwon swinging it around. Here's Maxwell the three. And here he comes.
Vernon Maxwell. That's a three for Vernon Maxwell, who's heating up here.
Well, it might be Vernon Maxwell's night to step up.
So I just told him to kick the ball up to me and let me break down the defense before it gets set. And I got my confidence going. It was on from there. I definitely felt confident. It was going to be tough for anybody to stop me on that night.